Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fractal 101. My name is Alex. Thank you so much for watching this video. What we're talking about today is utilizing the effects loop on your Fractal device, whether it's your FM3, your FM9, or your Axe FX3. Sometimes you just can't part with that favorite pedal, or you've already tweaked a lot of amazing sounds that you don't want to spend the time duplicating in your Fractal device. Well, here's one way that you can still utilize the best of both worlds. Let's take a look. So we have a really simple preset here, amp, cab, and a reverb. And that has a clean tone attached to it and a heavy tone. So now we're ready to incorporate our favorite pedal into our effects loop. How we do this? We take a patch cable from output 2 of our device, in this case the Fractal FM3. We connect that to the input of our favorite pedal. In this case we are using a Boss CE5 chorus ensemble, and then taking the output of that pedal and going into input 2 of our device. You can also run this in stereo if your pedal has that capability, utilizing 2 patch cables. Once we've done that, we want to set up our grid and use this as if it's running in parallel with an effects send and return. When we go to quick build, we're not going to use send or return. That's more for things internal within the Fractal ecosystem. We're going to take output 2 and input 2. From our cab, we're going to go into output 2, and from input 2 into our reverb. We are not connecting these. Now that we have that plugged in, it's important to note that the level of your effect is controlled by the output meter assigned to the effects loop, in this case output 2. So on the front of your device, whether it's the FM3, FM9, or Axe FX3, start with your volume all the way down on that output, in this case output 2. Then bring up your preset leveling tool, strum a chord, and slowly dial that in until you hit something near unity gain. And we hear the effect. If you're not sure if your effects are being routed, just delete the shunt connecting your clean signal and you'll hear only effect. Success! We have liftoff. Now maybe we want our effect in for our clean sound, but we don't want it in for our crunch sound when we switch scenes. Now that we can switch between one and the other, you see that input is on. So we could just mute this, and our Fractal device will remember that as we switch between our clean and our crunch. But maybe we want the option of bringing it in as we choose, or maybe we want it to default with our clean and then have the option to bring it in with our heavy as we see fit. There are a couple ways to do this. We're going to head to our FC Edit window. I've assigned per preset overrides to each of the 3 buttons. Our first button, the tap function, will toggle between our clean and our heavy scenes. Our second button is currently toggling our input, and our third is our tuner. So we could be strumming our clean tone, then we could click, bring in our chorus, and then click it off again. That's just fine, but what if on one song we want it in on our heavy tone, we switch away back to our clean chorus sound. We forget about it. When we switch back to our heavy, it is remembering its previous state of being engaged. We would have to then click it off. So what we can do is assign a control switch to our bypass function. If you're not sure how to do this, there is a video for that on this channel, and the link will be in the top right corner. Right-click bypass, go to source 1, find control switch 1, and we want our control switch when off to be bypassed and when it is on to be engaged. It does not default to this, so you're going to have to change this manually. You have been warned. Now that we've assigned our control switch, we need to make sure that our foot switch engages our control switch. So we're going to our FC per preset menu. We're going to category, control switch. Make sure we switch our function to latching, control switch 1, and we will name this chorus. We'll even make it blue to match the pedal. So now that we have this, we can go to our controllers menu, find CS per scene. Our control switch is per scene. You see that it defaults to the last function. So this functions as a stomp box. We can go between our scenes and it will remember where we were. So you can control that using your foot. If you want specific scenes to default to having this engaged or bypassed, you can do that here. I always like to set this to off. CS1, our chorus. In scene 1, I want that on for our clean and off for our crunch or rhythm tone. So we're here on our clean tone with our chorus engaged. Now, from either state, we can still, using our foot switch, adjust so we maybe don't have the chorus on for our clean. Switch to our crunch, it is still set to off, but when we switch back, we are on. These are some of the ways that you can manipulate your effects loop with your favorite pedals within all of your Fractal devices across scenes and multiple presets. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, there are plenty of other videos on the channel to be watched, whether they're Fractal 101, tutorials of tone, gear reviews, playthroughs, etc. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.